at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream. At the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the Army of Ukraine, our army.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former interns tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Break 'em off some. Yeah. Broadcasting live. Complete and total eclipse. Man. My hosts. I got the Massians in the gunner seat. Rocking and rolling. Man, what is loading? So first off, just like the fucking, just like the virus and the fucking pandemic, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed.
Still spinning, man. Still spinning.
What pisses me off is that, you know, the pandemic was supposed to have been, I mean, some fucking hellfire and brimstone, dead walking, and all this other shit, right? And you're thinking, fuck, dude, ooh, this is like apocalyptic shit, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody got fucking runny nose and shit and fevers.
Yeah, it's just it's a giant apocalyptic cock tease, just over and over. Like, I'm
It's-
ready for it all to be over.
Yeah,
and then I
just
wake
like-
up in the morning and
Yeah.
it's still going.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, all the this is gonna get. I told you this is gonna get some people pissed off. I fucking. Okay, look. I'm not saying I don't believe in prophecies or I don't have anything. Counter what you want. Whether you freaking dance around a fire, throw chicken bones on a fucking top of a pan. Drink blood, whatever, staple a cat to the fucking door. Whatever your ritualistic backgrounds are. I didn't see anybody like raise up. I didn't see people like flying in the air with this supposed rapture that we're supposed to have had as well.
Yeah, no rapture.
No rapture, no fucking, I didn't see any false prophets lighting on fire.
No trumpets.
No trumpets, exactly. I didn't see no trumpets coming down or 50-eyed angels coming out and telling me, we saw your memes. Now, my son, you must go, but you're not going to go with me, or whatever.
Yep.
Didn't see any of that shit. Just like exactly that. There was an atrocity. It was an atrocity. So we didn't see anything.
Yeah.
We just saw fucking memes and stuff. I have a feeling that when the real deal happens, like when we're really fucked, like. We're about ready to get fucking nuked. We're not gonna, or something big's gonna happen. We're not gonna fucking take it seriously, man. And then all we're gonna do is laugh at it, and then just like throw fucking memes at it, whatever. Like the actual second coming of Christ, if you believe in the Bible, or you're a Christian or not, and he comes down, you're gonna fucking laugh, right? People are gonna be like, who's this? Hey, who's this guy here on Christ book? Who the hell is this guy? Just whatever. You're just gonna be some people pissed off.
Fucking socialist.
Yeah, exactly. There's gonna be like somebody legit.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the second coming? Right? He's gonna come down Everyone's gonna hold up their phones, going, whatever. Look at who is this guy? You know,
AI.
yeah,
It's AI.
yeah, exactly. Twitter will fucking put I'm sorry, X will put community notes on there. Say this guy, this individual is not the second coming because according to whatever, and then all the beliefs of all the religions are going to come down. Again, I expected some.
I have thoroughly enjoyed the Christian conspiracies though, or all the prophecies on Christian TikTok has been just phenomenal to watch though. As
Oh yeah. Well, and there's also the what you use. It's no, that little glitch to just now did not have to do with would not have to do with the second coming. No, it was a legit glitch. I don't know what was going on. We were like, it was on one platform, and for some reason it wasn't broadcasting correctly, so it didn't broadcast to YouTube and X. But
I'm convinced though that TikTok alone has kicked us back to almost like Middle Ages, Dark Ages, like level of panic over the unknown.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly.
Because like, oh God, there's
No pun.
Eclipse, and you have just this insane amount of stuff coming out. This is the sign of the Lord. It's coming. It's wizards. It's this. It's that. It's gonna be all this stuff. Like this crazy, like weird panic, and I'm like, this
Exactly.
in like 40 years of life. Like, there's been panics about shit, but not like everything.
No, it was
Not like
yeah,
that.
exactly. One of the biggest conspiracy theories for the eclipse was the shifting of tectonic plates and all the earthquakes. And there was this guy on there, beard, glasses, and he was just like, I don't know what's going on. You got this right here. You got, if you look at right here, Stitch coming. If you look at the lineups of this, and we got the crossing of the tectonic plates with it. And I'm not saying anything about geology. I trust geologists more than I do with like weather people or like climate scientists. Yes, the moon actually does have an effect on the gravitational forces of our planet. I mean, that's everybody. If you went to school and everybody knew that the moon controls the tides, and also with the way the shifting of the gravitational pull obviously cause some sort of specific stresses and whatever. But our planet is just like, there's no. Sorry, man. And so I didn't see a robe dude in flip flops come down here and freaking just like, say, oh, I'm going to make some earthquakes happen, or I'm going to.
Well, it's because he came down on the other side of the ice wall. We missed him on this.
Is that what it was? He was at Antarctica. So all the idiots like at QAnon, all the Q idiots, everybody who believed it was like, oh, he's going to come. The storm is coming. Oh. I'm sorry. The highlight of the day was when, the youngest baby Ice was like, all of a sudden it got a little shady. And he's like, oh, look. I'm like, oh wow, look at that. And then there's I'm that way. I mean, he's a little kid, so you're gonna naturally want to look up. And so, just things that you should be looking at, like eclipses, eclipses, cleavage and train wrecks. You just don't fucking just keep your eyes on it and shit. Cause so he was like, oh, look at. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it got dark. Okay. Let's get back in the house. Cause he thought it was pretty cool. But I'm sorry, man. This, we got gypped. We got freaking. See, there was no zombie apocalypse happening. Even with zombie apocalypse promised at the eclipse, anyways.
I'm just saying, how can you expect Jesus to come back when you can't even finish draining the swamp? That's what I want to know.
Are we just gonna get a fucking pillow? Ooh! or buy a fucking Trump Bible? Oh, bro, it's stop it. I was I wonder how many mega churches made some fucking money off of this.
God,
like how many mega churches were like literally going, because the Lord's gonna come on April 8th. Tune in.
Oh no, I don't know if the mega churches really harp on them because they don't want the world to end because they continue to get money as long as people they keep it way out there. I think it's the more
true. Yeah, you're right. No, that's a good point. No,
like Joel Osteen doesn't want the fucking world to end. He doesn't want Jesus to come back because when Jesus come back, he quits making money.
Right, exactly. Yeah, well, I mean, making money or closing up his churches in case there's a flood or something like that.
Right.
But all he says, laughs in Project Bluebeam. Yeah, dude. So all the conspiracy theories, man. I was like, all right, let's see what you got. QAnon had I mean, it seemed, bro, y'all sucking. Yeah, y'all need to improve. Needs improvement on your conspiracy theories. Like I said, no zombie apocalypse, no nothing. Didn't see no dead walking from the COVID. Expected some freaking people to see, just start flying up in the air, whoosh, or just immediately disappearing or something like that. Didn't hear
piles of clothes,
piles of clothes everywhere. Like War of the Worlds, with Tom Cruise when the aliens zapped everybody and fucking all their clothes were flying everywhere. I didn't see any of that. Matter of fact, I didn't see any aliens. What the hell? Y'all are flat dicking. Why don't you come down here and check us out and see what was up? I heard there were several human sacrifices down south, but I don't know, just rumors. I'm not saying that's my family's thing, but just like that. I was like, what, dude? It's like, guys, you gotta. I saw every prediction, and you were saying right about TikTok, man. You were exactly right about TikTok, bro. Fucking. That's taking us back. I mean, this is, dude, Viking sagas from fucking the days of Beowulf could not compete with the amount of TikTok trash that has come across on everything. Just everyday life. Did you know that when WTF Nation Radio played, and they only played for like a few minutes, and all of a sudden they're singling out that there was probably a Eclipse, and here's the reason why. Stitch coming, and then next thing you know, fucking.
Well, I'm more like if I were to believe in political and economical conspiracy theories, so to speak, I would say that TikTok is serving its nefarious purpose exactly how it's supposed to. Not through data collection. No. Through the dumbing down and overall divisiveness of everyone. Because if you look at TikTok in other countries, not the fucking same. Not at all. Very different usage. And so I think if you're gonna go down the old psyop rabbit hole, TikTok is it's a great spotlight for that.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny to mention that. And you always see the same TikTokers, like the same type of personalities that you see on there. The individuals that have come from places that you would think have have zero experience and have not come from anywhere. I'm not saying that they're not important. I'm just saying that they're not.
Oh, I am saying they're not important.
Well, no, just think about it. It's your average Joe, okay? They're just your average Joe or girl, your average guy or girl on TikTok. And they have like this, I don't know. It's just there's this smug delivery of how they do their stitches. Did you know that if you do this and this and this, and it's going to be like that, then guess what? It's going to be like that, and there's a stitch coming, and I'm like, okay, where do you work at? What's your line of work or something like that? You ain't lying, Holly. I don't even have a TikTok account, and it fucking knows me. Fucking all the, and I'm telling you what, you got those that are fucking clout chasing, status wanting individuals that like you were saying. Yeah, they don't come from anything. They're just like whatever. Everybody has a voice. And the next thing you know, they're like fucking just like what? I mean, you could have the most biggest hell. You have illegal immigrants. Yes, I said it, illegal. You have illegal immigrants that are on TikTok that like lose their shit when they got shut down. Like that one guy who was crying with snot bubbles coming out of his nose. About getting shut down because he's on the run and shit. And I'm like, damn, dude. And it's just name your topic. Name your topic that like everything that I saw on the fucking. That's why I didn't say we didn't post. Really kind of didn't post anything. We're just kind of laughing. Everyone was like going nuts, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, what kills me about the whole thing is like I have no problem with young people finding a way to monetize something. Get your hustle on, right? If you can get paid for making stupid shit, you're 20 years old. You can make easy money. You can do it. Yeah. What kills me though is how everyone listens to it, right? Like that's at what point did we say this random 20-year-old that has no education and no experience is like, you know what? They're making some good points here. I think I'm going to start regurgitating this to all the people around me. I don't understand how we got to that point. I get that, back in the day when influencers first started out, it'd be some kids doing some crazy shit, blowing things up, whatever the case may be, and getting all these views. Going from that to like unboxing videos to watch me play with these toys while I regurgitate some other garbage that I saw on the internet. To don't believe the scientists. They're fucking lying to you. Me, who graduated 6th grade, I can see things with my eyes. Therefore, they're wrong.
Oh my God, I know. My favorite is, well, I know somebody who works at the labs who was the janitor 5 years ago and got fired for not cleaning up something, and he told me back at this time that this is not true.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all about tinfoil stuff, and conspiracy theories are fun just to watch or whatever. You see it on you see it on Netflix or History Channel with the ancient aliens, and you see the guy with the with crazy hair, Giorgio Topolopoulos. I don't even want to mess up his name. Sokolakis, I think is his name. I don't want to mess up his name. I don't speak Greek. And he's always like, oh, it possibly could be, what could have driven to this? And you're like, it's plausible that maybe. And you're thinking like, fuck yeah, maybe it could be, right? Asking the questions, right? But that guy's been doing that fucking gig for like ever, like in real life before any of these social media platforms even existed. So,
right.
But again, Joe Bob from fucking Tennessee, who's only lived in his fucking town and has never been anywhere, who's never left
show me the curve.
Who's never left the country. Now, I'm not saying that we don't hold I don't say that we don't hold our some of the, we do need to hold some of the individuals that are in power or these experts if they're fucking up. Like right now, a lot of them are swallowing a huge fucking pill about the COVID stuff. And how it fucked up our kids, and it fucked up. It disrupted a lot of lives. I mean, the whole event, the whole pandemic event, to the fucking rampant paranoia, the rampant fucking scare tactics, to fucking getting to just every fucking thing. That's one thing I can agree on. I mean, totally can agree on. But now that it's come out, the next thing you know, it's like, okay, somebody's now saying that COVID whatever protocol from back in the day, there's so many, was wrong. And there's some diehards out there that will still deny it, but they're the first ones to say trust the fucking science.
Right. Yeah, but collectively we have a hard time distinguishing but like, because the medical, anytime you have a for-fucking profit medical system, like there should be trust issues there.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Period. But we have the inability to separate that. It's like, well, if they're lying to us about that, then what else are they lying to us about? I'm like, geologists and physicists don't profit off of your health the same way the insurance and healthcare system does.
Right.
Like, the dude has, but it's big science. If you try to speak out against it, then they're going to shut you up.
No. Oh my God, dude, doctors, I'm going to say what, there's a groups of people that get butthurt over their reputation if you say they're fucking wrong. And they're the most biggest fucking crybabies when you say that they're wrong. And those are doctors. Those are lawyers. Those are academia. Fuck, we even got people in the military that have never gone anywhere. That's one thing that, don't get me started on that fucking shit. There's people in the military that have not gone any fucking where in the last 20 fucking years. And the next thing you know, they're telling me or you or somebody else who's possibly been in combat a few times that what we did is wrong and how we should feel is fucking wrong. Which is like, dude, you were fucking teaching some fucking shit in some military education class, and then you manage to hang out and not go any fucking where. And now you got a fellowship. Now you got this. And wait a minute. When did you ever go into the fucking army? When did you ever say? So you're right. And they get so, well, I'm a historian. Bitch, where did you fucking go? Did you, I get it. Some people don't join the army to be historians. Some people don't join the army to be doctors. So some of the guys and gals that served have been, and they will say, why is this guy speaking up now? Dude, where the fuck were you? Well, 20 years ago. Think about it. Over 20 some odd years ago now, what happened. We had several generations that could have gone and went, and all of a sudden some brolio comes in on fucking social media on a TikTok. Did you know that in Iraq this didn't really happen because the forces that were there actually didn't do it like this? And I'm like, wait a minute, I was fucking there. I don't remember that fucking shit happening. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, see, you're affected due to the fact that you were taking methylquine, and methylquine is the reason why your traumatic brain injury, to include some of your. Were you in a blast? Just they legit fucking want to stave that fucking argument out, not to prove that they're wrong. Lawyers, right. I would say lawyers. I love fucking lawyers because they like to fight. They like to argue. Or that's like, if there was a career field where you like to just be an asshole and throw your fucking assholeness in an argument, it'd be a lawyer. You know what I mean? Yeah. Doctors, give or take. It's like the touch. It's like you know, like a doctor walks up to you and, or you're like, doc, I'm not feeling good. Here, you know, well, it's just what's going on. Okay, yeah, I need to get fixed and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, it's like that. It's like, oh, and, you know, that doctor that fucking just like helps you out, that gives you the right advice. Those are the practicing doctors. Same thing with practicing medics, you know, EMTs and stuff like that, that they've been through the experience and they know what's going on. But these sidewalk leaders, these sidewalk fucking lawyers, these sidewalk fucking doctors, hey, look, I get it. You graduated from fucking law school years ago, but you're not fucking practicing. You graduated from fucking medical school, but you're not practicing. You know, it's like, I'm not saying that the human body has not changed in over several thousand years, since we're being all fucking biblical and prophecy, you know, using prophecy and shit like that. But goddamn, dude, fucking, dude, why do you fucking regress so bad and get butthurt when somebody says, okay, well, and you know the biggest one in entertainment in Hollywood. Jay says, I miss redneck alien abductions, the OG clout chasers. Yeah, you ain't lying. Bill Maher has been calling people out on the COVID stuff. And when he has them on their show, they're like, at his show, he's like, literally like, they're like, yeah, thanks, Bill. They have that awkward, you know, whatever. He even says we were wrong on COVID. And he just wants people to fucking say that. Well, those of the veteran in the military community, same way. Now that if there's studies out that come out, all these military leaders that were saying only a real leader would follow these protocols. I guarantee we got a year or so fucking content on WTF Moments of individuals that didn't follow any of the fucking protocols but wanted to push them bullshits, like guys wrapping a fucking poncho around their face to do a PT test or some shit like that. So,
well, and what kills me though, we've also built societally a climate where, like, for me, if the leader people came out and said, you know what, we really fucked the dog on this one. Like, we thought we were making rash decisions because we didn't know what was going on. We thought this was best. We didn't. We fucked up. I would be like, okay, because that's what science does, right? You hypothesize something, it proves to be wrong, it proves to whatever. But they made decisions. But you know, that's going to sink a career. Somebody comes out and does some shit like that. You know, nobody's going to throw that up. But it would go a long way for me anyway. You know, even. You know, my bad, guys. Sorry about all the autism and shit.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. That's what I'm saying. That you're right. That's what science is all about. Like back in the day, think about it. If you were to break a bone back in the day, what was the common practice to do it? They wouldn't cast it. They'd do something to possibly splinter or something like that. But then
cocaine and fucking morphine,
or chop it off.
Chop it off.
Or chop it off. So that's the thing. It's like medicine and science has evolved to where now there is technology, except for the military. The military doesn't like listening to shit. They don't like listening to the patients. They don't like listening to fucking nobody. You know, MilMed is in some spots, I think, like, how do I say this? Like trauma surgery or something like that for us getting wounded or something like that. I could see, we have advanced big time. We have advanced to where we don't have troops bleeding out in the fucking field anymore. We don't have troops. And of course, our own training, individual training to the soldiers is improved as well. So we don't, hey, and here's where's my fucking tourniquet is at, dude. Make sure you fucking use it because, you know, you paid attention to training or whatever, you know, so some stuff like that. But like routine care, bro, I've served with people who've died of fucking cancer because the Army has misdiagnosed what a fucking, you know, the guy was having, this was way back in the 90s. Yes, I'm that old. Doctors misdiagnosed something, said he probably had a hernia.
Yeah.
He probably had a fucking hernia that was going on. No.
Didn't even look.
Turn to fucking find out. Come to find out. Turn to fucking find out. Where the fuck did I get that from? I'm speaking English. Come to find out. Turn to fucking find out. Shit. Oh, Billy Bob Ice is talking like a redneck. Yeah. Come to find out that he had stomach cancer.
Goddamn.
And he died like later that fucking year after he was constantly going to the fucking docks.
Yeah.
That goes back to the rotation stuff that we're talking about. How come our military is now doing these fucking rotations, killing our fucking troops? And what I mean, like killing our troops as in like, you know, just working the dog piss out of them. And some of them kill themselves. And then we wonder like, oh, what's going on? The same thing right now in the inbox right now, as right before I came on, right now in the inbox, we had soldiers being told that we've been struggling to get these fucking appointments are now being told, no, you need to cancel them because we're getting ready to do whatever fucking exercise as it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm convinced, and I might have said this in here before. I don't know, but and then this isn't to knock the guys that are busting their ass and trying hard. I'm just as a whole, if you're graduating top of your class in medical school, you're not thinking, you know what, I'm gonna go be a doctor in the fucking army. Like that shit's not happening.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like the doctor's there.
No,
We're not the best.
yeah, exactly. Well, not to mention the fact that when you think about some of the I mean, there are doctors that do have a calling, that understand that they have that talent, and yes, will make bank, and they know it, and they, I guess like, oh, cool, shit, man, there you go, well, fucking A, so you got the gift, but you know what? Those kind of doctors though are the ones that expand their knowledge, and they're the biggest innovators in their field. You know what I'm like? Yeah. Specifically surgeons. I'm always fascinated how fucking a surgeon can like plastic surgery or something like that. I'm not a big proponent of like overdoing it so you look like a fucking saw puppet, but I'm talking about the ones that, like for instance, the serious car accident and somebody's got to get their face put back together. Those surgeons are fucking miracle workers, man. Or reattaching an arm or reattaching hands or fingers from an accident. I'm fascinated. And before YouTube got all stupid, there used to be videos where you could watch surgeries happen. You could see, oh, I'm going to get a surgery here. And you go, oh, what kind of surgery am I going to get that? And you look it up, and then you're like, oh shit, that's going to happen to me. And then you see the doctors going through that stuff. That fascinates the shit out of me, man. That to me is like, whatever. Yeah.
I need to look it up. One of my favorite statistics that I've heard, and it could be correct. Like I said, I would need to pull it to actually quote it. But essentially, like, I think surgeons have statistically the highest percentage of like diagnosed psychopaths like in their industry because of the God complex it's usually required to have to be a successful surgeon. So there's a high amount, I should say sociopath or antisocial personality disorder is what they call it nowadays, but there's supposedly a huge percentage in that demographic that allow them to do what they do well, which I find that, they're not serial killing because they're getting out from cutting open people and rearranging their insides.
No, I get what you're saying, but I know what you're saying. There is a typical standard to a personality of somebody who practice, like I said, lawyers, man. Lawyers, man, fucking. I love talking to lawyers. They like to fight. I like to fight. I like the argue. Maybe that's a personality issue with me or something like that. That I can associate that when someone likes to argue, man, I want to argue a point until it's fucking done, and then once it's done, then we go argue about the next something. Jay says that they want to train us like athletes, but not receive care like athletes. Unless you're in SOF, I'm gonna guarantee it right now. If you're in SOF, the Thor 3 program in U.S. Army Special Operations Command or U.S. SOCOM, perfect. I wish all the Army would do this. What pisses me off is that every time somebody talks about bringing a Special Operations Initiative to the big Army, there's always people in the big Army that go, meh. They have that 4-ass monkey sound from South Park. And here we have the best health treatment for soldiers. And then here's the big Army. We don't want that. My doctor is a saint and has had to deal with me. Well, like I said, everyone's got good, like my doctor for the VA, great doc. Up front, cut like fucking straight, whatever, and then she will direct me to other, because like I said, I've had recent surgeries and I've had recent medical, I don't want to say experiments, procedures done on me recently, and so they're all great. They're like those like I said, man. But I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that doctors have that. If you're a fucking Star Trek fan, look at fucking Bones. Look at fucking
right.
You look at fucking Bones, Leonard McCoy. He's fucking like the biggest, like that biggest asshole on the fucking planet when it comes. It's almost like he's got that, I know what I'm doing, shut the fuck up type of mentality. Just like, you're right. It's just like, I think it's hilarious. But you're right. There's some sort of personality that usually, but for some reason, let's go back to the topic here. Sorry, Joe Bob. Sorry, I didn't believe you that you're on your fucking TikTok that we're supposed to have our, half the fucking Sierra Nevadas falling to the fucking, falling to the fucking ocean. Sorry that fucking we had no rapture in any shit happening. Sorry.
The signs of Jonah did not come to pass.
I didn't hear no fucking trumpets. I'm not saying that I'm not fucking dissing anybody's religion or stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure other religions have into days, into times, fucking in their philosophy. But I'm just saying that right now, like what was hitting me more in the face in social media was The Jesus stuff was the the Lord's gonna come and he's gonna rapture you up and he's gonna pull you all up in a big giant Escalade and you're all gonna fucking fly to heaven or whatever. So it's like
I would argue that the belief in the immediacy of shit like that is actually incredibly harmful to people as a whole. Only because if as a parent, like I'm an adult person, I have kids, I believe that the end of times is coming imminently, right? Why would I encourage my kids to get an education? Why would I encourage them to better themselves? Why wouldn't I just lock them up in the fucking closet and reading the Bible because the end's going to come at any time, right? Like it completely cuts off. Well, why am I going to worry about X, Y, and Z? Because the world's fucking ending. I mean, the people that take it to that extreme,
right.
It's pretty fucked.
No, it's yeah. Well, it also brings up like how do I say this? It brings some necessary dialogue to that theology, but it brings unnecessary panic. That like you said, everyone's depending on that one Joe Bob from Tennessee.
Yeah, and I don't understand how anybody can continue to follow a person like in a religious position. So your pastor of your church will says, I know this prophecy, the world's going to end on April 8th, and then it doesn't. How do you continue as an adult to not that you have to throw your religion out?
Oh yeah,
but how do you continue to follow that one person? I mean, you'll justify it away. Like, well, they just missed it.
Well, maybe they missed. Well, the biggest thing with the 2012 thing too, everyone thought that the Mayan calendar was going to age at a certain time or was going to go away at a certain time. What people don't fucking realize is that everybody lives in different calendar sects around. Not everybody has the same fucking philosophy of calendar in space and time. Like, for instance, in Ethiopia, when I lived in Ethiopia, we were like 7 years behind. They're like 7 years behind current time. So I arrived there. I think it's like 2000. They're in Ethiopian time, 2001, 2000, just in 2000. Even though it was like almost 2010, and so that timeline right there to their in the religion. In their philosophy, I'm gonna tell you what, if you ever have an opportunity to visit Ethiopia, it's not what y'all fucking think it is. It's not We Are the World with fucking kids with flies and rocks and fucking shit like that on their eyes and shit. There are some areas, yes, that do have that. But my time in Africa, bro, I will never fucking forget it because it opened my eyes to a lot of things that were not the same that we take for granted. Like, I don't know, fucking water, or just be able to get some food somewhere, or eating fucking food that actually is good for you that didn't have preservatives. Like when I got back home, when I got back to the States, bro, I ate a burger and it about fucking tore me up. Cause you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go back and get a burger. I'm gonna eat some burgers. I'm gonna get me a nice thick Angus beef burger. I'm ready to go to town. And I ate it, bro. After I ate it, and I legit, the kids were like, "Why are you driving so fast?" I'm like, "You don't know, you have no idea, bro."
It's horrible.
It tore my stomach. It just fucked me up.
Yep.
But again, living in, and everyone's gonna like Googleize it. Oh, really? Ethiopia's like that? Oh no. Yeah, it is actually. Addis Ababa, one of the most greatest cities on the planet. One of the greatest cities on the planet, just little areas right there. I mean, come on, Ethiopia is where the fucking Ark of the Covenant is allegedly. Right. I mean, yeah, dude, like real Indiana Jones shit, like the historical stuff. When you sit down and talk to, village leader, and they just give you the fucking. They don't have a TikTok. They don't go and go stage coming. They don't do that shit. They tell you the scrolls, man. It's bro. I mean, it was like. I don't want to, how you get like worked, I don't want to say worked up. Even the most stoic and insensitive person sometimes will get moved by something. That place will fucking move you, man. And you go there and you fucking think, wow, man, could you imagine if fucking Ethiopian had TikTok and shit like that and just started dissing everybody who had their own religious takes on TikTok on it? Because, bro, if you study that time, matter of fact, let me fucking look that up. Where's the fucking Ethiopian time? Because I want to get like fucking because they were like, why is everybody celebrating like this? I know why is yes, I love Ethiopia. Hey, exactly that, Susan. It's 7 years behind us. Exactly that. That's what it is. Thank you. It's because they follow the Gregorian calendar. So the Gregorian calendar is every fall. That's right. I'm sorry. They follow a 13-month cycle, placing it 7 years behind us. So, yeah. So it was like fucking yeah. So they had their millennium, their new in 2007. That's when I arrived. Around that time is when I arrived as well. So September 11, 2007 was when Ethiopians had their new millennium.
Right.
And they had to hear that this calendar. Thank you so much, the Gregorian calendar. Thank you for refreshing my memory. Since like 525 AD.
Yeah.
They fucking respect this calendar, and it's been like, and I'm telling you, man, you just, I don't know, it's fucking my whole time in that area, which is awesome on the Horn of Africa.
Yeah.
It makes you madder than a one-legged Ethiopian watching a donut roll down there. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what, don't fuck with the Ethiopians when it comes to running. Don't fucking say, woo. There's a place called Menlik Park, which is in the middle of an area that has an elevation, a pretty high elevation, where some of their athletes go and train for their marathons. Because everybody knows every Boston City Marathon or LA Marathon is usually won by a Kenyan or an Ethiopian.
100%.
And it's yeah. Dude, you're sitting there. I ran, well, let me take that back. I attempted to run because the elevation there. And man, these little kids were just smoking my bags and sandals and little freaking, they're just running up the hill. Like, oh, mister, hey, how you doing? Hey, blah, blah, blah. Little fucking wearing sandals and shit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. So anyways, I don't laugh at people's religion when they respect it, but I'm just kind of like you were saying, hey man, you're batting 1,000 now. You're fucking you're 0, what was it? 0-2, 2-08. What is it when they're, your zombie apocalypse didn't fucking happen. I wanted the zombie apocalypse to happen, the COVID. I wanted to see, Walking Dead type shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you're saying this eclipse it's gonna bring hell fire. Think rapture's gonna happen tonight. Didn't happen.
I told my buddies, like, the COVID was the pandemic that we got. It's not the pandemic we deserved.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm glad you said that, because here's the thing that pisses me off about the deserve part, and also the shit. There's a lot of stuff that I think, had we not done, I think would have mitigated a lot of lives lost. Nobody wanted to admit that there was comorbidity. There was nobody that said that, hey, because you're obese, or because you have diabetes, or because you have already previous ailments, that you were going to be weak. What blows me away about that whole COVID drama was that, think about it in the beginning. The first report that came out, everyone likes to talk about, oh no, it was a fucking cruise ship out of Florida. Nah, not really. It wasn't. It was when we had members of the State Department drop off in LA an airplane full of people from that area that were American. And the wind was blowing, and there was no PPE involved and all that. Then we had this kick up. Remember when everyone was making those memes about, I'm essential personnel. Ha, 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 ha. I'm essential personnel. Yeah. So we had all these individuals that were essential personnel walking around. I don't know, fucking like, look, you want to talk about the sacrificial lambs? They were the ones that were like your hamburger stand people that were serving up chow. They're your waiters, your cooks, and your service personnel, your people in hotels or customer service, delivery drivers, mail drivers. They were all considered essential personnel. And none of them got sick. None of them some of them said they did get sick, but some of them to the point where it was bad. Then all of a sudden that fucking lockdown kick in happened. And then they just went to shit after that. The paranoia, the finger pointing. If you didn't like this, or if you don't do this, then you're not a real American. You must not care about COVID. You must not. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Yeah. We just told a Papa John's delivery driver that he was okay for him to fucking roll out in a fucking virus. And you're getting mad at me for not masking, for walking across a parking lot.
I had some great public conversations during those times. Just, I'd fucked with the family, and I had a lady once that was like, and I was always a believer, if a small business had wanted me to wear a mask, I didn't give a shit. Mom and pop place, if there's a sign, I'd put one on. Otherwise, I didn't care. Like, it was one of those things. I'll respect the place that I'm in.
Of course.
I don't give a shit otherwise.
Of course.
And there's one place in, of course, Tennessee, And this lady came up and said, "How dare you not wear a mask? Are you trying to kill my grandmother?" And I was like, "I don't know your fucking grandmother." And she says, "Well, you could be killing your own grandmother." And I was like, "Well, my grandmother's already dead." And she just gets fired up. And I was like, "Ma'am, honestly, I don't give a shit about your family. Like, I'm following the rules and do what I need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Good day to you." Like, I don't sound like a dick, but I don't care about your family.
Yeah,
Type
yeah.
thing. It was just crazy, just the amount of aggression.
That's what I'm
Especially
saying.
It was insane.
Bro, come on, look about the fucking military about it, man.
Yeah.
Look what's about the military. We had exactly that, Ryan. Thank you for bringing that up. I think it was more though. I think it was like almost 10,000. Almost 10,000. He says 8,000. I don't know the numbers. I'll work with you, Ryan. Let's do some haggling here. I would say between 8 to 10,000 service members were booted out because of not taking the jab, right? There were some that fucking took it. There were some that didn't do it. And then the Army came back or the DOD came back and said, "You want to come back in? Sorry." It was like that easy to fucking just write that shit off to fucking have. Oh, I don't know. Now we can have people go. So it was like it really first it removed the veil of a lot of the political bullshit that was going on, and it also removed a lot of. It showed people. I think it showed more people their true face during all that shit. During all that stuff. Some people say that it was the reason why they did that is because they were going to draw down the military or whatever. I don't know. There's so much different conspiracy theories about it. But the way I see it, if the military had been so hardcore about it, then people were coming back. And now, mind you, this is when the trust the science and then the fucking, hey, how come someone's not dying when they got it argument came back in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I remember getting it right before it fucking happened, and like right before, and I think everybody, it was like a period of time, like in the November, December time frame, October between November, December time frame, everyone was getting like really sick, everybody. Yeah. And what did we say? Oh, it's crud going around. Yeah, it's crud going around. That's what. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, I was raised in the ranch. That's crud going around. You got your little grunions running around there, hanging out with other kids, or you pox parties, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so
see, I'm gonna get on TikTok and I'm gonna start preaching what actually kept going, because I never got, like, this whole time, never got shit. And I fucking heavy smoker. And I'm gonna go and start, like, you fucking sheeple. If you were smoking fucking cigarettes, you'd be immune to all this biological warfare and chemtrails that the government's trying to fucking drop on you. Fucking big tobacco that actually got you. I was like, all it does, because scientifically speaking, it coats the inside of your lungs, the sensitive parts, with a thin layer of tar. So whenever you have to cough in the morning, all you're doing is coughing up all that disease and all the mind control drugs and all the COVID and shit that the government already put in the air, and you're gonna be fine.
No, but you know what? Raise hell, praise Dale. But what was funny though is that the people got so vitriol about it. Like, individuals that I know were so even keeled, that were like cool as fuck, that were like friends with me, and you know, hey, what's going on, bro? A high five, and you know, we were amicable on fucking social media, and we talk, we shoot each other messages. Hey man, what's going on? Blah blah blah. It's like it really fucking showed people's fucking truth. It's like people got really, like, I'm telling you my fucking experience, man. I got fucking COVID. I got the fucking Rona. I got all this other shit. And then I'm walking around and I'm just fine. Everything started closing down. So when the kids started, you know, when the teachers were getting sick, but the kids weren't, then that was kind of like, everyone said the same thing. They're like, wait a minute. No, my kid's not sick. My teacher's sick as fuck. Or teacher had comorbidities and they died because of it. And it's like, what the hell's what the fuck's going on? The questions that are like legit, you would ask. You don't have to be a fucking scientist for this one. If all of a sudden you see somebody walking on fucking water, you're gonna be like, bro, what the fuck's going on with that dude? You know, what is he doing? You know, not to drop that religion thing back in there.
If he's walking on water, it's because he got the vaccine. And
yeah, he's been triple vaxxed. So they're exactly that, Ryan. They're individuals that had their reputations, even online, by the decisions that those leaders made and not taken care of. And so do I agree that they should be? I think they should come out and say we were fucking wrong, but they're never going to do it. They're never going to fucking admit that they're wrong. That's just the way the fuck it is. And some of them that followed it, that believed it, that you can't fucking knock on them for following it and believing it as well. So it's like, If you felt like you wanted to take the vax, then take it. If you didn't want to fucking take it, don't take it. The respect thing is when it was an option that the military really fucking just like drilled down on people when it was an option.
Yeah.
And it was also showing that everyone was like, oh, wait a minute. See, now you're starting to see the division of the fucking military and how it was when they were taking it or not taking it. Just for them asking a question that now, bro, our fucking broadcast would get canked right now. If we were under old Twitter, or if we were under, whatever. Now people are starting to see that. Oh, no. Susan says, again, there are many unknowns. In the beginning, we had no choice but take all safety precautions. And in the beginning, about all the data. That's correct. But that's what I
was saying a minute.
Yeah.
We did what we could do with data. But now nobody's going to be like, yeah, we kind of.
Yeah, exactly. No, Susan's got a good point, because it'd be the same thing with any virus. If zombies were coming, people would want to know where patient 0 was at or where it was coming from. That's almost immediately. But we didn't get any. We're like fucking. Oh, it's like fucking. We can't even. Come on, China. You couldn't even fucking do a zombie apocalypse, right, dude? What makes you think you're near peer and shit?
Yeah.
But
I like all the conspiracy theories about the evolved and weaponized versions of COVID that can attack you at a genetic level that are out there.
Yeah. Oh no, I just like some of the there's soldiers or veterans that take medications, stuff like that. I'll be honest with you, we all got fucking vaxxed the fuck when we were fucking first coming in. They lined you up and gave you everything.
Yep.
Gave you everything, and nobody seemed to have had any effects of it. Nobody seemed to have nothing. But I'm just gonna say that getting it and then not taking it, and then you get it and then you die of it. Wait a minute, there's something wrong. Oh yeah, CJ's a buddy. I was a hardcore anti-vax dude, the anti-COVID vax dude, and ironically died of COVID. So there was also arguments of which ones to take, the Johnson & Johnson or the Moderna or Pfizer. Which
all I know is I didn't have autism until I heard Gwyneth Paltrow talking about it.
Was that before or after her vagina scented fucking candles went on the fucking market?
Somewhere around there, but I heard about it and I'm like, oh shit, now I'm on.
God, could you imagine walking in the house like that? Honey, what the fuck is that?
That's a very specific. You only want that smell at a very specific point.
At a specific point in time, right? Not exactly when you're coming home expecting to have fucking like chow being served or something like that. Hey, what's home for dinner? Oh, I'm gonna be home for this. Okay, cool. All right, honey, yeah.
Well, at least the vabbing trend finally went away. That was peaked for a minute along those lines. So that's when the ladies would get a little bit of the scent and
yeah, exactly. Just trying to throw some pheromones out. Yeah, I got you. Don't get me started. I don't want to be bashing on I don't want to speak ill of my bitches, but I'm just saying, holy fuck.
All this TikTok, man.
I was about to say, you got that from TikTok, I bet. You just answered the fucking question. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, these are some great pheromones and all that stuff. Nah, bitch, you feel like fucking Star-Kissed tuna can. Fucking, it's fucking in your back pocket.
My wife be like, why do you keep licking the candles? Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk.
Exactly. You're coming into a fucking meeting at work. What the hell is that? Did you guys? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You came in fucking meeting from work with a candle, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Gwyneth Paltrow vagina flavored fucking candle. Good, you could eat it too. Bring that shit in work and light it up and see what happens. See how awkward people get. Anyways, we're gonna take a break right quick. Let's take a break right quick. Refill your glasses. Go take a leak. Hit the head or the latrine for whatever branch of service you're in. Smoke them if you got them. Man, I should quit smoking, but sometimes, man, fuck, I feel like just lightened up. But anyways, get some more coffee. Oh, by the way, did you see my new Hots and Cots fucking mug? Hots and Cots. Get your Hots and Cots mug. Look at that Hots and Cots mug collab with U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio. Hots and Cots. Get it. It's on the fucking site. So make sure you get it. Do it. So we'll be right back. Refill your glasses and shouts.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much gonna be me sitting there talking shit like constantly.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
All you junkies and TV addicts, don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Pulling doors off inches, grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I'll snatch you off with the needle nose pliers.
With the evil you never seen before. Gliding in the glaze and like gold green, that's what you like a racing with the bass, so not goofy like they're in a haste, so I'm a hip-hop making your night with practice me running that you know. Oh, we main call no belong cause my form ain't fast, so what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. So believe when they say I'm no better than you, except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out, let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out, let's turn this party out. Say, Doc, what's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Son, you better listen. Stuck in your wall is an electrician. Like the scientist, when I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like eyesight around the Duke of Blood. Now, hey, nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci, some of my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician and the bank cashier, engineer. I wear cotton and that on the cruise past ya. Don't money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Blazing, you gotta phase in. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, y'all, so just stay patient. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Now I go by the name of the King Admiral. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say I'd rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see, ain't got the mic.
Knowing that I
Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Heath, I know when I first played that song, which by the way, the name of the is Pegboard Nerds is the name of the techno group, and then Melody Mania. Wait, which strip club are we talking about? Are we talking about, voicing the stuff, or are we talking about, actually doing the strip club stuff? Strip clubs. Anyways, real quick, we have something that's some sad news. We have some sad news here. Colonel retired Ralph Puckett, a Medal of Honor recipient from Korea, I just passed away. We're going to go into more details on it on Sergeant's time, because obviously that's more of the format that we do, but he's still a veteran, still very prominent in the Fort Moore community. So again, he passed today. That's sad. So, I mean, the guy was pretty old. He was like almost way in his 90s now. Secrets is awful now. D team quality. Oh man, don't say that, bro. Man, that sucks. So, anyways, that sucks. Fort Moore got it. Yeah, it does. So, recipient of the Medal of Honor for engagement that he had in Korea, just stacking bodies, man. Very, very well known and prominent within the Ranger Regiment community. And so, may he rest in peace. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with the Puckett family. There he is with General Buzzard, strip club marina. So yeah, so so he passed. It sucks. It sucks when the legends go, man. It's like we just had we also had another prominent veteran from the attack on Pearl Harbor. He passed away as well. So let me pull up the line on that one. It's just like those legends, man, are going away. Yeah, look at that, exactly that 8th Army patch, exactly that, Ryan. But yeah, let me pull up the story for the last survivor of the USS Arizona, who just recently passed as well. And man, it's just like, talk to those old timers, man. I know we all break balls and say, oh, those boomers and the VFWs and stuff like that. But when you end up seeing who they are, or you sit down and listen to their story, you're like, wow, this is it just kind of kicks you in the stomach when you realize these guys were just absolute bosses. And this story comes from Odyssey, from WBBM News Radio. Let me Let me grab that a little bit right there. Let me grab that screenshot right there so I can screen grab it for y'all. So Larry Conter, the last survivor of the USS Arizona on the attack of Pearl Harbor, died at 102. So exactly that, Ryan. And we always talk about boomers. Oh, shut up, boomer. Man, these guys were stacking bodies. These guys were doing shit that we would, I'll be honest with you, if U.S. Army WTF moments existed back in that day, they'd tell us to shut the fuck up because those guys, God, those guys went through some shit. So the last survivor of USS Arizona from Pearl Harbor attack dies at 102. So, God, man, these old timers, man. Again, if you have any relatives or any grandparents or uncles, great uncles, or all that have served, call them up. Call them up. You're never gonna get that knowledge or the discussions that you had. I mean, some of the members of my family that have had the same discussions with too, and you just hear about their stories. You're like, God, man, and they just blow it off. They'll be so nonchalant about it. Yeah, I was a POW, and I got tortured and shit. And you're like, what? And then they'll fucking like, wow. So last living survivor of the USS Arizona battleship. And he passed away on Monday at his home in Grass Valley, California, following congestive heart failure. His daughter, Luann Daly, adding that she was beside him with her two brothers, James and Jeff. Arizona lost 1777 sailors and Marines. Yeah, exactly that. Imagine what those guys went through. Exactly that, Ryan. The battleship's dead account for nearly half of those killed in the attack. Contra was a quartermaster standing on the deck of the Arizona as Japanese planes flew overhead at 7:55 a.m. on December 7th that year. Sailors were just beginning to hoist and raise a color when the assault began. And he recalls how one bomb penetrated steel decks 13 minutes into the battle and set off more than 1 million pounds of explosives gunpowder below. So it lifted the ship about 40 feet out of the water, he said during an interview in 2008. Yeah. So Colonel Puck. Yeah, let me pull up a story here. Fucking, like I said, the guy was a legend. So let me pull up a story of Colonel Puckett right quick. So that way, let me get his image back up here. There we go. On the Army website I'm looking at right now. Yeah. So selected as company commander. First Lieutenant Puckett had 5.5 weeks of training to train his Rangers before being committed to combat operations. Attacked and secured Hill 205. Though outnumbered 10-1, Puckett and his Rangers defeated 5 successive Chinese counter assaults over 4 hours that night. Jesus. Finally, on the 6th assault, with supporting artillery fires unavailable, the Ranger Company was overrun in hand-to-hand combat. Having suffered multiple serious wounds, Puckett was unable to move. Despite orders to abandon him, fellow Rangers fought their way to his side and evacuated him to safety. For that, he was originally awarded the Distinguished Service Cross. So, yeah, dude, it's hard to kind of like, oof, man. So very, very prominent in the Fort Moore community, also known as Fort Benning, formerly known as Fort Benning. So, yeah, again, so, man, our thoughts are with the families of the individuals. Oh, man, just like, dude, God, just, they lived full lives. He retired in 1971, by the way, and became the National Programs Coordinator for Outward Bound Incorporated. And subsequently would establish Discovery Inc., which is a leadership and network development called Personal Growth Through Safe Adventure. In 1992, he was the inaugural inductee of the U.S. Army Ranger Hall of Fame, and then served as the honorary colonel of the 75th Ranger Regiment from 1996 to 2006. Man. God, it's just like, yeah, no feels and stuff like that. It's their time. I mean, it's their time. So I don't know. I hope I get to live to a nice ripe old age to sit there and back in the day. Yeah, you guys didn't know I was there when Facebook Live started. So here we go. Anyways, So what other news are we going to talk about? I don't know. I think we're just, oh shit, it's almost time to close up. Damn, that was fast. We had a fast show. All that giggling and laughing, talking about candles and stuff. Got the time flowing. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what timing we got here. Let's look at the calendar. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, back in AOL times. Exactly that, Gary. Back in the day. Yeah. We had a flip phone. So tomorrow there will be no Pop Culture Warrior. No Pop Culture Warrior. So more than likely, it'll probably be like a rebroadcast of the Ain't You Already There? Am I already old? I don't know. I've been in the military for quite some time. I don't know. All that PT, multiple divorces, me being a divorce enthusiast. Cigarettes and booze and all that stuff kind of keeps your complexion a little young, right? But tomorrow there's no Pop Culture Warrior, so more than likely there's going to be a reshare from the Ashes Radio, our friends up in the Rockies. One Shot, and for Big Rob, of course, they do their show. The great shows out in Colorado, so check them out when you see them on there. Don't give them any hate. They've while I was gone, they were there. They were there steadfast alongside the WTF Nation and making sure they provided the same. If not, sometimes even, I don't know, there's some of the topics they'd had talked about. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Maybe a little bit better than what I had on Monday. But shout out to those guys as well. So they're not... Erica. Yay! It's like divorce comes out. It's like the horn. More like divorce. A big old ram horn. Sometimes it ain't the year. It isn't the years. It's the mileage. Exactly. Oh man, exactly that. My friends used to break balls with me because I said, "Bro, how many times you been divorced because you like PCS?" One of my friends said it was in a meeting one time. It's like every time you PCS, you get a divorce. I'm thinking, oh shit, he's fucking right. I do fucking. At any rate, so there's not going to be any pop. I don't know. That's a fucking. Boy, that's a rabbit hole we're not going to go down when we're talking about divorces and shit. Man, everyone's got some good stories, I'm sure. The more we have, the cooler we are. That's right. So tomorrow, no Pop Culture Warrior. So there will be the sharing from the Ashes Radio. Wednesday. Well, man, let me put the graphic here for you guys can see, because sometimes you guys don't see what we got. And you're like, how many shows we have? So anyway, so tomorrow, no Pop Culture Warrior. It's going to be from the Ashes Radio. Wednesday is the Sorents, the Team Sorents from the Smoke Pit. Thursday is myself and Spanky for Sergeant's Time to give you all the LPD news. We got a lot of guests kicking around up in there for Sergeant's Time. Some mill leaders coming back up. And also the same thing for the Smoke Pit as well. Friday Night Freedom is a broadcast week this week, since last week was a bye week. And then you'll be seeing, there we go. We got some shows coming up. And then next week, on the 15th of April, will be my guest, Mr. Lutz from Honor and Remember. We're going to be talking about where Honor and Remember comes from, but also we're going to be talking about the Psychological Operations Regiment Memorial Ruck that's happening in May. That yours truly, and I think we've got a couple other members of the WTF Nation staff, they're going to be participating as well. So I can't wait. Let's see. So, next week is that. And then what do we got? We got Orlando Jones. Wait. Yeah, Orlando Jones is coming up next week for Pop Culture Warrior. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be a good show. And then we have Laura Carno from Faster Colorado coming up on the Smoke Pit with the Sorents. That's what I'm talking about. And then, of course, it's the bye week next week. So, got a couple of guest stuff swinging around in there. That's pretty cool. May's going to be pretty busy. I will not be broadcasting or doing anything from Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday through Thursday, 7th through the 8th and 9th of May, because we're going to do some announcement stuff with Grunt Style. And then, again, 16th to the 20th, I will be at Fort Liberty, May, for the PSYOP Memorial Ruck and WTF Moments Fort Liberty visit. There's some other people that want to hang out and stuff like that, so can't wait. So make sure you share, like, and follow all the platforms that we have. If you don't like Facebook, hey, we got a platform for you, and it's called YouTube. If you don't like YouTube or Facebook, and you're specifically on the Crackberry, well, that's what we used to call it, on the crack called X. We're on X. X. So we're broadcasting live on X. We're on 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. YouTube at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And then, of course, we have odd end channels, too, on Kick. So pretty soon I'm going to be doing a historical stuff on Sergeant's Time. We'll be talking history. I'll be bringing some historians on, and it's just a one-off. You won't be seeing it anywhere else but on Kick, just to talk about whatever military history stuff, and then little tidbits and stuff like that. You'll probably see us talk a little bit more shit through the summer because now that everyone's getting back to work and our guests are coming back, cons are happening, Comic Cons and all that. So it's going to be pretty fun. This year's going to be pretty fun. So, of course, always tune in to U.S. Army WTF Moments, or subscribe, like, and follow for all your mill news and, of course, your standard WTFs that you see. Last thing I want to talk about is the post that got everybody upset. The Chaplain post. Boy, did we get a lot of shit for the Chaplain post. I'm just going to say this, is that soldiers normally go to places where trusted confidentiality is involved in a language. You'll notice that U.S. Army WTF Moments will never, ever open up the inbox to anyone, no matter what. We will be the relay or the filter for whoever wants to know some of the information, or unless we ask specifically for permission to post our stuff. Now, there was a post that happened that we posted up about a chaplain and a soldier talking. I'm just going to say this, is that everybody, no matter if they're a shitbag or the soldier of the fucking year, they're accorded their rights, no matter what. So when there's a specific conversation of who's talking to who or who's talking to what, some soldiers don't know sometimes that when they talk to a chaplain, that the chaplain may or may not say something to the command if they feel is, of course, in violation of, yada, 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 contrary to Army values, blah, 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 blah. But the soldiers need to also be educated to say that not everything the fucking that you tell the chaplain specifically is going to be confidential. Does that make sense? Again, it's not illegal to be an asshole. It's not illegal to be a misogynist either in the Army, believe it or not. So people asked us, oh, you guys took the post down because you guys are pussies and you guys were highlighting a fucking misogynist, racist, whatever. No, we took it down because there's a lot of things that you notice on U.S. Army WTF Moments that we'll post, and then all of a sudden it goes away. Well, what happened to what happened to him? Some of the posts that we have are exactly for what it's intended for, to highlight, to bring light to a situation that some individuals need to be brought up on, or some leaders need to be aware of what's happening. And that's what the intent was. Once we had some senior leaderships contact us and say, hey, we got it. We know what's going on. We appreciate this for action. It may not be a good idea to keep it up. Me and the team will sit there and go, yep, is it good or bad? Probably get our ass chewed out by our JAG. And then, yeah, we should take it down. So sometimes there are posts that we post that, due to the fact that it's of its investigation. I was speaking to some friends as well that asked me some. Do I say feds or something like that? Do I say Fed friends or for federal agent friends or some individuals in the law enforcement community? I'll say that they do say they appreciate when we post something to highlight something. They appreciate the spirit of the post, but in order to maintain the integrity of the investigations or any investigation, we would like to have it taken down, or we would like to have it removed for a little bit until a full story comes out. But we gotcha. So that's what happened. That's it. We weren't taking up for anybody. Again, I noticed the mouth breathers on a fucking Instagram are way worse than the ones on Reddit sometimes. They think, oh, you guys are supporting this. How come you guys posted a fucking picture of the totem cop, but you didn't want to talk about this thing? Well, you know what? Again, no poly, no statement, no waiver. Remember what we say on Shut the Fuck Up Fridays sometimes? Don't talk to don't spill your guts unless you have a lawyer present. But also, there's specifics that we got from the Chaplain Corps and the JAG Corps that I think a gray area has been established that I think will probably fucking change when it comes to policy, when it comes to that type of religious accommodation counseling, or just shooting the shit with a chaplain to begin with. Ryan, what the fuck is this about the Totem Kolf? You didn't hear about that, Ryan? Damn, dude. Yeah. Scroll on the TL. It would seem that some Some individuals altered a Africa Corps emblem and removed the swastika and replaced it with a totenkopf. Man, you should see the comments, man. Oof. The both siding in the comments. Usually we take comments off or we'll just remove the post if it gets too spicy, but damn. If you're a leader out there and you see your soldiers out there talking that shit, ooh, buddy, woo, they're in your formation. So with that, I think that's it. Let's see, we covered that. We covered the chaplain post. We covered all the shit talking from the first hour. Yeah. So y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, this is the Monday edition with myself and Massey. He had a bill right quick. So y'all have a good night. And y'all be good to each other.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at War Horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improved communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at War Horses, you're family. And families solve problems together.
Я батько. Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки.
Я скоро одружуся.
Я фанат шахтера.
Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист.
Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма.
Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.